Okay, what we have here are HexBug Nano V1s and V2s, and we're going to see which are best at battling in the battle arena. So this central orange piece is a very special piece that you get from the battle arena sets from the older V1 days. And I'm going to pop in this green HexBug V2, this blue HexBug V1. There's one-way flaps on the arena, so they shouldn't be able to get out again, and let them battle. I'm going to zoom in so you can get to see this play. And I'm going to keep score and see how many, best out of 5, how many push outs we get. Straight away, V2 bug pushed out. Let's just feed him back in. So far, oh, and there goes the V1 bug being pushed out. So it's even so far, 1 each. And let's just see whether the extra weight of the V2s can actually dominate the battle arena against the V1. Now I'm sure, I'm going to have to rewatch that tape, the video there, I'm sure that V1 bug bounced its nose out and came back in again. Not sure I've ever seen that before. And the V2 bug out again. Now that wasn't so much a push as I think the V2 bug kind of run up the sides there. Now they've both got really fresh batteries, as you can see. They're really moving around very fast, very frenetic. Now the green bug's on its side. Now that actually might be a really good strategy, because I think it's got a lot more resistance to push on its side. It righted itself but quickly gone on its side again. I think it heard me. And I'm a little bit, oh, and he's stuck now then. That can only be bad for him. Oh, he got himself off the side there. He was nearly caught. Sometimes those 3 prongs on their backs, the antenna or legs, are a hindrance and they can get a little bit caught on things, but in this case he managed to free himself. So I think the angled slope worked for him very well in his favour. They're chasing and dancing around each other now. If that blue bug pushes him over, fantastic, perfect. That was the V2 bug getting himself into a little bit of trouble there. Now we've already got a win here for the V1s because we've got 3 losses out of the 5 race heat, but I'm going to let the 5th race run to its course just so that we've had all 5 battles, just to see how close a match it would have been, or whether it's actually a clear win for the V1 bugs. And that's not such a clear-cut win, is it? So we had there, out of the 5 battles, we had 3 losses to V2s, 2 losses to the V1s, and not so clear cut. So what I'm going to think about doing now is to pick a different V2 bug. So I'm going to pop this green bug aside, and I'm going to get this pink bug here, and I'm going to pop this blue bug aside, and I'm going to pick a brown bug. So standard V1 brown bug and a pink standard V2 bug. Again, same thing again, we're going to pop them in. Let's see how they do. I'm going to zoom in once they're in the arena, and straight away the V2 bug pinky has fallen out. I'm going to pop him back in again, but that's already 1 for the V1s. These 2 are a little bit quieter. I'm not sure whether one of the other motors was a little bit more violent, or whether the extra fresh batteries that we had in the last 2 made a difference. Okay, and there goes another loss for the V2s. That pink guy's been out twice now. This could be a really quick battle. We only need 1 more win. Come on, brown. It's one of my favourite colours, this brown with the golden innards, golden orange insides. I love it. It's really good, kind of ginger colour going on there. Oh, I sold it too high there, didn't I? Because there goes the V1. Okay, let's put him back in again. So we've got a 2-1 game advantage going on here to the V1s at the moment. There's not a lot of head-to-head combat going on. There's a lot of running and dancing around each other here. Let's see whether we can actually get some good pushes and some good head-on shoves. Both bugs are being pretty good at staying on the legs. The last match there was a little bit more going on where they were falling over on their sides. For both bugs in particular. Let's just see how the race are. Now, just as I said that, the pink bug is on its side, but strangely enough, the V1 bug fell out. Okay, the pink bug's already up, so it's even. We've got now 2-2. So possibly there's a better balance between the better balance, I was just about to say, between the V1s and the V2s, and the V2 pink bug fell out, and again, we've got a 3-2 win for the V1s. I'm going to do one more race. Let's just pull out again. Make sure I get this fair. So we've had so far pink and the green. I'm going to have the grey go in now against, let's do grey versus a light blue. So we've got here another standard stock V1, standard stock V2. Again, I'm going to let them do a little lap and I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to keep track and see how the scores go. If the blue guy gets in, there we go, he's in now. That's better. Okay. Let's see how these guys dance around each other. And already we've got a V2 push out. There's one score for the V1s. And unfortunately the V1's on its side. The grey's almost over. That was a fantastic recovery there by the V1. I thought the V1 was going to get pushed out then, but the V2 put himself in an awkward position and the V1 just clipped him, so that was very good. This V1 bug's particularly good at manoeuvring and doing switchbacks. That was a brilliant turnaround. He's very good at being nimble and fast, 360, 180 degrees, and has already very quickly won. So he's already had 3 wins. I'm going to let the 5 battles in total complete, as I have done on the previous 2 battles, just to see how much of a clear one it is. I think this could be my new V1 battling champion. He's got an amazing style. However, the grey, oh no, that V2 grey got pushed out. That's 4 times he's now being pushed out of that arena by this very nimble V1 bug. Come on, let's make it a clear 5 win. Both on their sides, 1 up already. Both on the sides, they're really kicking each other now with their feet just then. And the V1 has actually righted the V2 bug by contacting him, but is really good at knocking him, and V2's on its side. Now I think the V2's got more advantage on their side because they're more stable. And certainly the V1 has got to find its target. Now the V2's a little bit stuck here with its antennas hanging over, and I think it's going to be its downfall, and it is. So there we go, 5 clear wins to the V1 bug. This bug in particular, absolute heroic battle going on there. I'm going to just zoom out again. And any lucky person that collects the codes, that there is a HexBug Nano V1 code. So if you go online and you collect these codes and you're the first one to enter it, then you can claim yourself another bug. But I'm going to call the V1s absolute the victors, and I think they can all do a little lap of honour. So I'm going to just send around the winners around the track. I'm going to just pull out a little bit so you can see what's going on here. And unfortunately we've got a loser's line of shame going on here, as the victors do their lap. Oh, the brown one, where's the brown one? There he is. And with that we're going to close and say I think the V1 bugs, even though they got themselves in a little fight, they decided to fight each other. That wasn't the idea. Come on guys, you're meant to be celebrating. There we go, let's just try to get them all going around a little victory lap. I'm going to space them out a little bit. I think that's why they're battling so much. But clearly V1s are better in the battle arena piece, and it is a V1 set, so no disrespect to the V2s, but I think the V1s are by far the most skillful, agile dancers on their feet, and good at battling. Thank you for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe and comment.